Last week we did a dotted mandala, which is not everybody's cup of tea because of the circular pattern. So this week we're going to work on a dizzy dot St. Patrick's Day design. I created this design with some clip art in Canva, and I am going to take it and tape it over some carbon paper so that we can trace this design onto the Santorini stone. So I've just taped it on, and then I'm going to take a dotting tool and just go over the outline of this shamrock and the rock to give myself a guide. When I remove this design paper, it's really hard to see the transfer onto the rock here in the video because of the lighting, but it is there, and I do use a chalk pencil later on. Now we're going to take some of this metallic Christmas green paint. I don't know what happened to the label on this one. It looks like it got double labeled by a machine, but this is the paint that I'm going to use to fill in the shamrock portion of the design. And so I'm going to do random dots, so that means random sizes and random placement, but it's all going to fall within the outline of that shamrock. So I'm speeding this up so you can see how it all kind of comes to life. And when you have all these random dots, it just creates the shape. And so the last thing I do is the really tiny dots to fill in the white spaces and to kind of go around the outline to make sure that the shape is what I need it to be. Isn't this color just so beautiful and rich? I love it. Now I'm going to take a chalk pencil and kind of go back around the heart to give myself a little bit brighter of a guide as we move into the next part of the design. And this is where it's really going to get fun and beautiful, because I'm going to come back to that multi-surface premium satin paint from Craftsmart that we used last week in the mandala, and I picked out the rainbow colors. And again, we're going to do random dots. So I'm starting with 2 really large dots of each of the colors, and because this gets kind of goopy in the middle of the dots, I'm using a smaller nail dotting tool to kind of swirl any kind of goopy paint in the middle to even it out. But so I'm starting with the big dots, and then I'm just going to start sizing down my dotting tools and randomly dotting all of these colors of the rainbow around the heart. So the further we get in here, you're going to start seeing the heart take shape and more of the white space in the Santorini stone disappear. Now, for all of you guys that do not like the patterned round mandalas because you feel like you can't get it just right or it's never even enough, this is for you, I promise. It looks amazing and beautiful, but the reality is it's really easy to do because you can't really mess it up. You just dot, randomly dot, and fill in the white space. It doesn't matter if you have too much red too close to each other. In the end, it all works out and it evens out. So you just keep dotting, alternating your paint, and working your way around the design. I decided that I wanted the shamrock to stand out just a teeny bit more, so I got my Extreme Hologram Glitter Paint. It's a new bottle. If you saw my social media post of the big bottle that got left with a cap off overnight and dried up. But anyways, I'm going around the edge of the shamrock with the hologram glitter paint just to give it a little bit of extra pop for the rest of the design. So eyeliner brush, going around, giving it a nice thin coat around the edges. And then after this, we're going to pop back in to what makes the Dizzy Dot design so much fun. So we're going to put white top dots on top of almost all of these dots. Some of the really tiny colored dots I'm going to leave just as a tiny colored dot for some variety, but everything that's got some size to it, I am going to put a white top dot on top of it. And this is just going to create some really cool dimension. It picks up on the white color of the Santorini stone underneath, and just wait and see as we get a little further into the design. The other trick to this design is because it's so many dots and that paint can get kind of thick, is you want to make sure that those dots are pretty dry in between. So I usually put it in front of a fan so that it can dry before I go through with the next round of dots. So now I'm coming back through with the next round of colored top dots. I'm not mixing and matching, so the red dots go red, white, red, blue dots go blue, white, blue. So that does keep it kind of simple. I have done other ones that have alternating colors and you really gotta like stop and think. This one is really simple because you're sticking with the same color as that bottom dot. As I'm continuing with another round of white top dots, I was thinking, I think I want that Shamrock to pop even more than the metallic paint with the hologram glitter outline. So I decided to come back with the hologram glitter and dotting tools and put a top dot of the hologram glitter paint on top of the metallic green. So extra sparkle, nobody should be surprised by that. Now I'm going to take my dotting tool with the tiniest tip and I'm going to add more of the brightly colored dots around the edge of the heart. So this just gives the heart more definition. By using the bright colors and then putting those small dots, it almost makes it like there's a line creating that heart, but they're still dots. I'm adding some more colored top dots so that the uppermost top dot has color and not white. And check this out. What do you guys think? It's been snowing constantly, so I haven't been able to resin it, but I think you can get an idea of how stunning these designs can be when they're actually really easy and random, and they don't have to be perfect. They're supposed to be imperfect. So don't forget to embrace that imperfection, and thank you so much for stopping by to watch. I'll see you next time. Take care.